Asha showed me a video with Iyanla, who was recently on the Breakfast Club, and they asked her what does she think about poly marriages. So let's take a listen to what she says.
What do you think about people who are into like the polygamy nowadays? Those relationships where
Well, see, I'm old, so I could do polygamy. I would just want her to be younger so he don't have to be bothering me all the time. Go over there. She's 42. I'm 70. Go on, take your butt on over there. I can do it.
You can do that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
You joking or you serious? What do you think the benefits could be?
I'm very serious.
Really?
Yeah, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I couldn't because I didn't know who I was. Mm-hmm. And I didn't understand the value and the purpose of a relationship. So when I was younger, I didn't do cheating. But I could do polygamy. I could be one of other wives in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because you be over there sometime. I'll be over here. I don't have to cook. I save my toilet paper. You don't have to my toothpaste. Go on, have you. And I don't think we can tell people who they can and cannot love. If I love you and you're saying this is what you need to support, satisfy yourself, why would I say no to that? Because I know who I am as a woman. And I don't know if it's possible for one person to satisfy every need another person has. And if the other person is willing to say, well, this is what you give me, I'm willing to set, that's fine. But if we're together and I'm not living up to everything you need, and that's what you need to take care of yourself.
So, based off of that clip, my question is that how you feel?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
First off, I don't need you going nowhere, okay? You're going to be here. I don't need my space like that. Like, if you're going to go somewhere and I need my space, go to the other room. We got a couple rooms in this house. Go to the other room. Figure it out. But, no, I think, like I said, this is a topic that can get really deep. And, of course, everybody has their opinions. They may agree. They may disagree. But for me, that is not for me. I am for husband, wife, me and him. It's us two bonded together. That is it. I don't need anyone else within our relationship. To me, I don't see the benefit of it. I feel like for me, it would be a headache. I just feel like it could get very messy because if everyone isn't in agreement or if maybe someone does something that this other person doesn't like or you feel like, I'm not getting enough attention or this person is doing this or this, that, and it's too much of a headache to me, for me. And not even just the headache part. Like, I just feel like for our union, for our beliefs, that it should just be me and my husband. I'm not about to share him with nobody.
One of the things that she talked about was that it's very hard for one person to be everything for another. Mm-hmm. And I think that's true.
It is, yeah.
You can't possibly everything for your partner, but they shouldn't expect you to be everything for your partner. Like, we try to be the best version of ourselves and fulfill our partner's needs, but it has to be where we're not betraying ourselves. Mm-hmm. Like, we should want to be everything that our partner desires, as long as it means that we don't have to betray who we are, our core values. Right. And then you shouldn't expect your partner to be, and if they're not everything, that doesn't mean you have to go seek it elsewhere. Mm-hmm. It's called self-discipline. It's called being able to sacrifice certain things so that you can have a quality relationship where y'all are both happy in it. Right. I think when we put these expectations that our partner has to be everything, they have to be our lover, they have to be our best friend, they just have to be everything under the sun for us, we're setting ourselves up for failure. Yeah. Because you're putting too much pressure. They have to be your therapist. They have to be everything. Like, it's unfair, but when you come to the table and you understand, like, look, these are my non-negotiables. This is who I am. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm looking for in a partner. Can you fill these roles? And if not, which ones do you feel like you can't fill? Right. And when you have those honest conversations, you can come into agreement of this is what I can expect from you. And maybe I don't need this as much. Right? We can negotiate this, but I don't need this as much. Mm-hmm. I don't need you to be my best friend. I have friends that I can lean on. I don't need you to be my therapist. I can go to a therapist. But when you have a clear understanding, you have realistic expectations of your partner, I think that you set yourself up for success. But even in this, she talked about how having another woman would help her out because she doesn't want to do things all the time, especially when you get up there in age. So I wanted to look at the research of polygamy in marriage and women's mental health, right? To see if it really is as beneficial for women as she talked about. Mm-hmm. So I pulled up a meta-analysis, this is basically a study or article, research article that's based on all the studies out there on polygamy and mental health. This one meta-analysis is from articles between 1967 and 2011, and from another source from 1985 to November 2011, right? And in this study, they found prevalence of mental health issues are in polygamous women compared to monogamous women, that they have higher levels of depression, anxiety, hostility, psychiatric disorders, just everything. They're elevated in women who are in polygamous relationships compared to women who are in monogamous relationships. Mm-hmm. So right off the bat, it's not better for women's mental health to be in a polygamous marriage. And they have limited research when it comes to men, the effects that polygamous marriage has on men, but even those limited research articles show that there's higher levels of distress in men in polygamous marriages. So I don't know what the benefit is of being in that type of marriage when in terms of well-being and mental health. And there's even other meta-analysis done on the effects of polygamy on children and adolescents. And that one showed that the review found more mental health problems, social problems, and lower academic achievement for children and adolescents from polygamous marriages than monogamous families. Mm-hmm. So not only does it impact women's mental health, the men's mental health, but it also has adverse outcomes associated with the development of the children in the household.